Welcome, welcome. This is Rob Fighting with another Magic Online video. First off, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking my content. Thank you for subscribing, and also thank you for checking out Dobby Trading. It means a lot to me. I'd like to continue doing this, and I can only do it with your support. Today, we go with an archetype that I played in Legacy before, Goblins, but this time we will play it in Premodern. Some of the cards are similar. Goblin Lackey, of course, Goblin Stable since the beginning. Goblin Matron, the one that searches for goblins in the deck, and Goblin Ringleader. So 4 mana, you play it and you take all the goblins in the top 4 of your library. The rest looks different. The finisher is Siege Gang Commander. Then we have Goblin War Chief to make our spells cheaper and give everything haste. Goblin Pile Driver, which gets bigger for each attacking goblin. And Mock Fanatic as a way to remove. And as it was with the Legacy deck, there are a bunch of one-offs that help you smooth out the draws and also find answers. Skirk Prospector is a way to ramp. Goblin Tinkerer to destroy artifacts. Sharpshooter, fantastic against elves. I own paper Premodern elves, and this little guy destroyed lots of my dreams. And Goblin King, +1/+1 for the entire team, which is particularly important in the mirror when your opponent has mountains and also has goblin sharpshooters. It is rounded out with Gem Palm Incinerator, so you can cycle this to draw a card, and then it deals damage equal to the number of goblins you have on the battlefield to target creature. So a fantastic way to draw and remove a big creature that you otherwise cannot remove, and naturalize, because the format gets to play lots of nasty artifacts and enchantments. The mana base looks fairly similar in most of the lists. There are some fetch lands, there are Kaplusan forests, one forest, lots of mountains, and then a split between wasteland and ports. I've seen everything from 4/2 to 3/3 to 2/4. I don't really know what's more important, what's better. Probably if there are lots of basics, you like the port. If there are lots of non-basics, you like the wasteland. I couldn't decide, so I split 3 each. In the sideboard, we have some hate against blue cards. In Red Elemental Blast, we have Anarchy. So if there's a hate for white cards, it is Anarchy. Pyrokinesis as a way to get rid of creatures. Naturalized number 3 and 4. Mismatched Art, thank you Mana Traders. Tranquil Domain against the Enchantress deck, because you destroy all of the non-aura enchantments, and art graveyard removal in Tormod's Script. I'm curious how this will be doing, and I will see you for round 1. So, round 1, Goblins. We do have a Pile Driver and a Naturalize, and the playset Kaplusan Forest. I think we can do better. I think we can do better as well. Even if we draw 1 mountain, it would still be too hard to cast War Chiefs from that mountain, so we will mulligan again. This looks fine. It's a mulligan to 5, so I don't think we need the shooter. And maybe we can draw a land. It's not thin. Let's do it like this. Our opponent mulligan to 5, so there's that. And we have the value with the Ringleader, maybe. That can get us some cards back. Mox Diamond, so it's probably like a Terra War, Armageddon style of deck. Sylvan Library. That's a bummer. Putting the Wooded Foothills down, thinking about it now, means I cannot cast Naturalize when I find it, so that is obviously a mistake. Hopefully I will do better. Let's see if our opponent wants to win. He should pay 8. Turn 1 Sylvan Library, of course, the best card you can play after Mulligan. Oh, only 4. Maybe he doesn't want to win. More Mox Diamonds. And a Brush Hopper. Let's play Lucky and pass. Maybe the land should have been kept and Gem Palm put to the bottom. No life. Okay. Call of the Herd. 3/3. Sure. And the Wayfarer. At least we have a target for the Gem Palm now. And he bushwhacks. Okay. Land is nice. So let's cycle the Gem Palm. Kill the Wayfarer. Draw a card. Yes, please. Play the land and pass. Opponent has no cards in hand. Wonder if it's correct not to draw more with the library. If he gets to play Armageddon at some point, or Cataclysm, I don't even know what all these decks are running, the game will be over instantly. Or at an instant. So cross fingers, there's no Armageddon. If we get to draw land, play Ringleader into Siege Gang, that would be cool. Soon our pile driver will be big enough to attack. Maybe I should have attacked last turn, sacrificed the Lackey. But I think if we go wide enough, maybe find a second Lackey, it's going to be hard for him to actually attack. And once we have the haste creatures, okay, now he pays 8, so opponent decides he wants to win the game. Wasteland yourself, Radiant Risk with Growth, and now Armageddon or what? No. Ah, Terra War, I see. And Nimble Mongoose, cool. I think we can take 6. Need to draw land. Or we don't draw land. Okay. So Mox Diamonds and Sylvan Libraries. No white cards. Pyrokinesis is probably too weak because it's just 1/1 removal. Maybe it's good enough. The Crypt is good against the Terror War. It's good against the Nimble Mongoose. Like it's good against Call of the Herd, but on the other side it doesn't feel so strong against everything else. Maybe the Pyrokinesis is just better, or maybe I just hope to get over it or be faster. I like the Tinkerer against the Mox Diamonds. I don't like the Sharpshooter. Maybe the Gem Palm. Probably Gem Palm is alright. This is alright. The King having a 2/2 Mock Fanatic. Is it really good? Probably not. I wonder even if Wasteland is good enough. So maybe I should just play the Pyrokinesis. Or maybe I just try the Tormod's Crypt and see how it goes. Wasteland is interesting because he is very good at putting lands in the graveyard. Maybe I take out the Wastelands and play Pyrokinesis instead. If you know how to sideboard with this deck, write it in the comments. I'm curious to learn. I'm just playing by how I feel. Obviously, it's probably not right. Again, no keepable 7. This looks better. We have Matron, we have Ringleader. I will put the Matron on the bottom because we have one already. Hope that we can draw lands. Yeah, I saw some lists that shaved down some ports and wastelands to play more mountains after the first few hands. I think it's something to consider. Oh, come on, always port. Always port. Now he gets to port my mountain in upkeep. Brutal, brutal. We draw land, that's fantastic. So next turn we can either cycle just to get rid of the port, or we can pile driver when he ports. If he plays a creature, we probably just Metron. Okay, so he is mongoosing and porting, so we will just play the pile driver. Goblins quite mana hungry, so the port hurts a lot. At least the pile driver can block the Nimble Mongoose as of right now. Let's see what our opponent has back up. The decks usually play 4 Swords to Plowshares, so I'm not banking on having pile driver resolve, or not resolve, but live. Library is fantastic. It's a bit of a bummer. Let's play the Ringleader just to be mana efficient, also to have another hasty threat. Probably plowing by pile driver. We only find lucky and 3 of our graveyard hate cards. It's a bit of unfortunate, but you live and die by the goblins. No swords is cool. Now the paying 8 will be more of a challenge. Still think he has to do it if he wants to win. At least 4. So 4 mana for an extra 4 life for an extra card. Terra War. We do have Lecky and Gempalm. Maybe we just offer the trade and Gempalm after he blocks. We can also just cast Metron. Metron could get Skirk Prospector, but I think we play Lecky and we attack. It might be super greedy to Gempalm right now. If we draw a land, we can Gempalm again. I don't think he plays so many cycling lands. I feel the Gempalm right here. It might be completely wrong. Let's see if we get punished. Any removal spell? If we draw a land, we get to Gempalm again. Ah, he has a removal spell. Ah! Okay. Land, 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 land. Yes, please. Ah, oh, come on, Dick. Ah, maximum greed. Doesn't block, 11 life. We still have the Lackey on the battlefield, so he cannot just block with everything. Also just can't pay infinite life anymore. Doesn't pay, just takes the best card. Armageddon? No, 4 mana. Armageddon. Cool. Good magic. Good magic. Yeah, it was a bit risky, but I think it was swords, or we are so far ahead on board that he cannot cast Armageddon. Maybe it was not the right play. Okay, little too late. Here we go, round 2 again. Mana base is miserable. 24 lands, and somehow I cannot find reasonable starting hands. Mulligan. We do have Port, we have Naturalize, we have some late game. Let's see if we can do something with it. Island. Let's just play the Skirk as a ramp. Get ahead on board. I hope my opponent plays Stiflenought and makes the 12/12 on turn 2, because then we have Naturalize with extra mana to pay for days. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Sure. Sure. There are cards like Thwart, Foil, but having Naturalize with a Skirk should be... Oh, I shouldn't yield. If he has days, I have to pay with the Skirk. Gosh, okay. Is there a counterspell? Maybe Foil, discarding like land and something? Foil. Oh. Cool, I guess we lost again. Nice magic, we can always draw Naturalize. Wasteland. That's not good enough. You got it. So against a Stiflenought, I like Red Elemental Blast. I like Naturalize. The other cards don't do enough. Tinkerer is cool. The Siege Gang might be too slow. The Gem Palm. I mean, it's cycling. The Sharpshooter is probably not good enough, even though he might have some answers. Mock Fanatic. Like, I don't know what other cards he plays, but everything that is just 1 damage doesn't feel very good. Maybe we can even take out a Gem Palm. I like the Skirk, I like the Tinkerer, I like the King. Maybe it's the Siege Gang because it's so slow. Let's try this. Again, if you know how to play Goblins in Premodern, let me know how to sideboard in this matchup. I had the turn to Naturalize with Skirk, so it feels like the Goblin Nuts, but Gush and Foiled my plans. It's gonna be a fast league if every game goes like this. Stiflenought. Three games without a chance. I hope that it's not gonna be an 0-5. I want to play. We have a Lackey, we have a Blast. Nothing to put in yet, but I'm hopeful. So let's play Lackey because he has to respect the Lackey. Probably Hydroblasts it. You can always put in Siege King Commander. So let's see. He probably has to main phase Hydroblast because I play Blue Blast. Yeah, I play Red Blast, exactly. Here we play just the Goblin Lackey. Oh, we can play the Skirk too to make mana. No, I just like the Lackey. And oh no, we should play the Skirk because if he really wants to go for the Dreadnought, we can use this for mana, but let's see what happens with the Lackey. He foils it, pitching Stifle. So let's just get to the board. The chances of him having Stifle Dreadnought and land are quite small, and the chance of him having Counterspell in addition to that with last card in hand is probably almost 0, and then we have the Red Elemental Blast. So we didn't have anything to put in with our Lackeys, but the opponent had to respect them, so they traded with 4 cards in total, even though they wouldn't do anything. What a funny little 1-drop. The game feels much better the moment your opponent doesn't have turn 2 Dreadnought with protection. Probably have a chance with the Goblins. And now we even have double protection, so we get to counter the Stifle when he wants to stifle the trigger of the Dreadnought, and we get to kill the Dreadnought with the Naturalize. I hope that we can draw a Goblin at some point, maybe not Lackey. I take one of the big Goblins. Portent, like Slow Ponder, look at the top 3, any order, shuffle, and your next upkeep, you draw the card. Opponent shuffles, it's good news. Let's draw a Ringleader, please. Matron is fine too. Oh, I said no Lackey. Well, opponent has to respect it. That's the good part about the Lackey. You never know what your opponent has. In Legacy, it's Muxus. In Premodern, it is just Siege Gang, but Siege Gang is also fantastic. But even putting in Ringleader or Matron is so much value that you can never ever let the Lackey hit. Unless, of course, you know your opponent's hand, and it looks like mine right now. I would like him to Hydroblast the Lackey. Also fine, just dealing 2 damage. Matron would be fantastic here. Gem Palm. I think I start with an attack, and when the trigger resolve, or when the trigger's on the stack, I will cycle the Gem Palm. Or I could just put it in as a 2-1. Super interesting. Maybe I just have to put it in as a 2-1. Let's just put it in as a 2-1, not get greedy. We'll see at the draw step next turn how bad it would have been. But having 4 power, an opponent on 16, feels like getting there. There's no Hydroblast now opponent's hand, so he's probably either Dreadnought or the Stifle part, given that he discarded the Stifle. It's probably the Dreadnought part. Probably more counter spells, maybe even Gushes. So we're probably close to that. Is it Chill? No, Gush. This is actually interesting because it sets him back so much. I think I want to blast it. It's probably wrong, but I feel this is a good spot. Him losing 2 lands, maybe not having anything to do with 2 mana. And if he has to counter it, I'm fine. I still have to Naturalize. Oh, he still has it. Okay, maybe he was looking for protection. That's so strange. Vision Charm. Sure. That's really strange. Why would you gush if you have it? Okay. So we get to attack for 4. He's to 12. Then it comes back. He attacks. The port is nice. We get to port in his upkeep and also port in my turn that he doesn't have any mana to counter the Naturalize. I think we can take a hit for sure. Please Hydroblast. Okay, I can live with that. Maybe even killing the Dreadnought in draw step or in upkeep. Oh, I don't know. Would be sad if he finds a counter spell. He has one more land in hand. Maybe I just do it. Oh no, I cannot do it now. It's phasing, right? Yeah. If I tap the land, he plays a land. I don't want to get it dazed. He has one land in hand. So let's just tap the land. Oh no, I don't want to tap my own land. And see what he does if he floats mana. It could mean counterspell. So one card in hand that I don't know. He has Island. He floats mana as he should. But I think it's literally counterspell. If I let him draw, he cannot cast counterspell, but he could cast foil if he draws it, because he has Island and maybe counterspell in hand. I will naturalize in the draw step. I decided, because then I will not die to hard cast counterspell. Draw step. Please don't foil me, bro. I have mana for days? No. Okay, cool. Cool, I hope he had counterspell. Maybe it's just casting another Dreadnought. Okay, no. 3 damage on board. And we have the port, nothing to do with. And it was perfect to put in the Gem Palm. Our draws were not too great. He draws a card with the knowledge. And we will port an upkeep and hope our 3 damage is enough to get there against 2 cards. I doubt it will be. We need some more help. Top of our library. Do have ringleaders, we have matrons. Maybe not the 4th Lackey, but the Lackey was met 3 Hydroblasts, so that was nice. Just have to dodge another combo, and given that he only plays 4 Dreadnoughts, there are 3 left. I feel alright, so he has to find the other 3 Stifle, 3 Vision Charm, and 3 Dreadnought. That should take some time. I hope he will still cast Counterspell at one point in this game. That would be awesome. Ringleader. Fantastic. Let's go, Goblins. Let's go. Maybe as a Hydroblast. Oh yeah, he's really respecting Goblins. I wonder why. Like, this matchup feels so easy. You just make a Dreadnought and then you win. Maybe not. So let's tap the land and yield. You play. So that was Hydroblast number 4, right? Blue, blue, blue. Just 3. How did he kill the... Ah, he foiled it. Right. He cast foil. True. I will not play the land, just to keep him guessing a little bit. Don't think it matters. 4 life. I wish he would play a fetch land. Next turn, let's port. Draw 2 is nice. But he has to have it now, right? Because we attack for 3. And then 1 Dreadnought is not enough to block the creatures. Is he drawing 3 now? Gosh, okay. Don't do me, my friend. Don't do me. Opt, cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Draw step. Don't put an artifact on the stack, please. Ah, cool. Let's go. Maybe he will Hydroblast the Gem Palm. It's most likely outcome. Maybe he will not. And he just drew a bunch of counter spells and Dreadnoughts or Stifles. Let's just tap a land. I mean, why not? Okay, cool, nice. Nice. Do we want to change anything? Maybe the Mock Fanatic is not too bad because it gets on the board and it deals a damage. Maybe the Siege Gang is just too slow. Maybe one Siege Gang is fine. I like Ringleader. Gem Palm didn't look good at all. Maybe we should just be fast. The Sharpshooter. I mean, one damage. It might be nice to hit hard. Crypt against the Knowledge. Wasteland is probably super shit. Let's just take out the Wasteland. Let's stick with the Siege Gang because we can still have the Lackey. Maybe just try the Siege Gang. So yeah, we have one more card. Sharpie is not so good. Kinesis is not so good. Anarchy not so good. Let's play one of those. Okay, let's go. Lots of Blue Blasts, lots of just one Dreadnought. Okay. We have Lackey, we have Naturalize. That seems like a good hand. Let's go. Yeah, I will just curve out, play Lackey, and if he goes for a turn 2, I will just Naturalize it, because this way his hand needs to have the perfect answers, like starting with a Blue Blast now, having Dreadnought, Stifle, and Counterspell on turn 2. Okay, he doesn't have it. That's cool. We play land and we play Mock Fanatic. Let's go. The 1-1. The 1-1s got there last game, so maybe the Mocks are good because you need to get in damage. I can see that. He draws one card. Scary. The deck is super mana hungry. I feel if I draw only lands this game, I'm in a good shape. If I start missing land drops, it will be hard to cast all the spells. I didn't crack the fetch land yet, because if I draw the forest, I would like to get a mountain. If I draw the port, maybe this needs to get a mountain to just get out the war chiefs and the matrons quicker. Skip a little bit on the naturalized part. No land. Okay, so probably a bunch of Hydroblasts. Land, please. Ah, come on, deck. Not like this, not like this. Opponent also didn't shuffle from the portent. So there must be a land on top, or at least a card that he can combo with. At least we drew the red elemental blast to get rid of one of this Stifle or Vision Charm once the Dreadnought is on the stack. I always need to consider days. Getting a naturalized dazed would feel so bad. So again, I hope to draw land. That would be cool. Otherwise, the Mock Fanatic has to do lots of work. Okay, cool. Given that we have 7 cards in hand, I will probably counter every spell he plays. I hope it's a Vision Charm on a Dreadnought, but even a Gush, I think, is worth countering. Also Accumulated Knowledge, because next turn I would have to discard them anyways. 3 mana, Intuition or something, I don't even know. Flash of Insight. Look at the top X cards, put one of them in your hand. Damn, Do I really want to counter that one? What a stinker. What a stinker. Yeah, the flashback part is probably the part that is more exciting. I hope that I can draw cast a blast here. I didn't want to cast it on the flash. It just felt so bad. Look at the top X. Like it's... yeah, it's miserable. Powder keg. Sure. I think I will end step, naturalize it. Just because my mana is terrible and I would like to get the spells out of my hand. Maybe he has a stifle and I get to hide Red Elemental Blast. No, okay. I'm quite certain that he has a stifle, because otherwise he wouldn't wait for the fetch land. Let's see if he has a good counterspell for naturalize on the keg. Or maybe he lets it go. Yeah. Land, please. Pile driver. I mean, it's okay. It's a creature. And it's good on the battlefield. I don't think it will resolve, but it's good on the battlefield. Let's play it. Do you have a Hydroblast? Or blue Elemental Blast, that is. If so, he has to cast it now. Protect from blue. Opt. Okay, okay, okay. Nothing. So maybe he will just Stiflenought me next turn. I could hold up the blast. I could not naturalize the keg. Many ways to play this. I'll probably just die to the Dreadnought. Can draw the naturalize, but I think not drawing any lands in 6 turns will end this deck always. There is the land. Let's just play a War Chief. Get in as much damage as possible. If he doesn't counter the pile driver, maybe he doesn't have a blue blast. He has counterspell. Sure. So let's attack for 4. We have to draw naturalize or we die. Quite certain that we die anyways against 6 cards in hand. Maybe he wants to do it again. More Dreadnoughts. Probably one of the reasons why this deck runs Naturalize in the main deck. It makes the mana terrible, like absolutely terrible, because basic forest is shit. Like I couldn't cast Naturalize and or both of the Red Elemental Blasts. There are no dual lands in the format. But given this dumb creature, you need to have some answers in game 1. If the War Chief would have resolved last turn, there was hope. Now we die. We are in round number 3. Mana is shit as usual. So again, clear mulligan. Even if the Mock Fanatic would have been a lackey, maybe there is a way to keep this. 24 lands is not enough. Like I kept 1/7 and this is round number 3. Yeah, like what is this? Like who enjoys playing this? Like you mulligan so much. You have 3 wasteland, 3 port, and even the forest is miserable in the opening hand. You just need more mountains. Off. Cool. Let's keep it like this. Oh, I have to put down one more. Let's put the board down. So cool. Is it elves? No, Enchantress. The port would have been nice. But I think keeping the mana and some threats is better than hoping the port is stealing a game. If we draw some Metron or Ringleader, might be nice. Opponent has 3 mana here, so if he has Argothian Enchantress, Sterling Grove is cool. Can live with that. He searches right away, probably getting the Argothian. Oh, the Enchantress presence. Yeah, of course, you can only search for enchantments. So if we draw a land in the next 2 turns, we have War Chief into Siege Gang into probably winning, right? Because we attack for 4, 5, 12. And next turn for 5. So we have some lethal. Let's see how lethal it is. Just need 1 land in the next 2 turns. This is not a land deck. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have the City of Solitude, because this will wreck my plans quickly. Here it's 5 damage, 14. And if we draw a land, we can put the Siege Gang plus 3 1/1s. They all get to attack. They all pump the Pile Driver. And it should be a turn 4 kill. Given that we draw a land and our opponent doesn't have anything to protect him or herself. Would be a crazy mulligan to 4, certainly. Parallax Wave, maybe. Seal of Cleansing, sure. Come on, land. Land. Or maybe it just has City of Solitude now, and then I might cry. This little guy is 12 damage. 4 creatures, so it's 5. Oh no, it's 13 damage. Okay. Land. Cross your fingers, please. It's the most important draw step in the entire Goblin League. We get to play War Chief and Metron, that's cool. Because the Metron is reduced by 2, but I think we won't get another chance of beating him. Maybe just sorts the Pile Driver now. Yeah. So in that case, he could have just sorted the War Chief. Would not die. What can we do with the Metron? Is there anything that helps us against enchantments? Sharpshooter might be cool. When we can use the ring. The Goblin King is cool. It's reduced by 2, so this is 3 mana, so anything for 3 we can put in for 1. Let's just get another Pile Driver. Attack for 5 and hope that we get another turn. As long as he doesn't have the second presence or Argothian, making value out of his deck is really bad. Or not that fast. Like, you still get to draw a card, but you don't get so far ahead. I like that he has all old frames. The brushland looks a bit shitty, but I guess if he doesn't want the white border, 10th edition is the way to go. Khans of Tarkir, of course, could invest a little bit more, but otherwise the deck looks really cool. Elephant Grass, So we have to pay 2, right? Yeah, I have to pay 2. But we can kill him with the Siege Gang. Maybe the Skirk Prospector would have been the pick. Let's see what else my opponent has. Can always attack for 2. Attack for 2 mana and also attack for 2 damage. And then we get to hope to finish with the Siege King. Quite competitive mulligan to 4, but when your opponent plays Seal of Cleansing in their deck, it's fine for them, the Goblins. Now he has to draw 2. So if he also finds City of Solitude at any point, I think the game is over because he cannot get damage. 5 mana. Sterling Grove, that is a tutor for the city. And even if he find a land now, it's not enough. He has to pay for the elephant grass. I can still pay for 1. If I find another land, I could even pay for 2 of my creatures and get in for 4. Put him to 3. I still feel that next turn he will have, he must have. Lecky is interesting. Let's play Lecky and attack with Lecky. Combat. Now he has a tough choice if he wants to block with Argothian or just take the damage and hope it's fine. So let's put in the Siege Gang. I still think if he shows us the City of Solitude, it's over. Just needed to draw some lands and maybe not mulligan to 4. That would be cool. We do have Tranquil Domain. Probably particularly for this matchup, so it cannot be good. And if he sacrifices the Sterling Grove now, shows us the City of Solitude, I think I'm 98% to concede. Still has to put it on the battlefield. Parallax Wave. Okay. Parallax Wave. He has to wave the Siege Gang, because you can sacrifice a Goblin, dealing 2 damage. Thinking about it now, the pile driver should be Skirk Prospector, 100%. Because the way we can win this is by making mana somehow, getting mana somehow, because for some reason the Goblins players, they are just so greedy and they don't play enough mountains. It would be still cool to see how he kills. Some of the Enchantress decks kill with Words of Wisdom, so a blue draw spell that bounces and that can be Pyroblast or Hydroblast, Red Elemental Blasted, Pyroblasted, which we have in the sideboard. Yield, I will just yield until the end step. Some of the Enchantress decks kill with the red words of something to deal damage when you draw excess cards. So let's see how my opponent wants to kill me. He does have Parallax Wave, but he doesn't have Elephant Grass anymore. Sure. Oh, are we losing it now? That's infinite, right? He can exile our creatures and then exile the opalescence and always exile our creatures. Yeah, because the Parallax Wave is a creature. Oh yeah. Cool. You got it. Think on a mulligan to 5. Maybe even 6. Perfectly possible that we win this. Anarchy is interesting against Parallax Wave. If he has the setup with Anarchy and if he has a setup with Opalescence and Parallax Wave, there's nothing. Well, maybe it's okay. Yeah, let's just try Anarchy. So I still like the Mock to get in damage. The Tinkerer to destroy artifacts, probably not that great. The Sharpshooter, not that great. The Incinerator, not that great. Too bad the Argothian Enchantress is an 0-1 with Shroud. Otherwise our damage would have been nicer. So we have creatures and enchantment removal. The Wasteland is nice against Sarah's Sanctum, and if he casts a Wild Growth on a non-basic land, Port is of course fantastic. And again we have a Bummer as the first hand. Damn, this deck is so bad. Like, how can people enjoy this? Just mulligan to infinity, or you're just insanely lucky drawing lands. We have the Lecky Siege Gang, at least that. We can generate mana with the Skirky. So we have to bottom 2 cards. It is Foothills. Maybe even the Skirk. Yeah, I think it's the Skirk, because when I draw bigger cards, I would like to keep them in. Yeah, let's bottom the Skirk. Opponent has to mulligan to 5 as well. That's cool. If he plays Swords to Plowshares on turn 1, I will cry. Not concede, but cry. But if he mulligans to something, then it should be Swords to Plowshares on turn 1. Very, very certainly. Forest. Oh, I don't think this can get white mana. Haha. And we even have to port if he Wild Growths this land. Oh god. Cool. Hope, hope, hope. There is hope. There is hope. So we get to put in the best creature for Lecky. We don't have anything afterwards, but maybe that's enough. And then we get to port his Wild Growth. All of a sudden we have 6 damage on the battlefield. Any goblin we draw, we can put in with the Lecky. Oh baby. Here we go. There is hope. So there was the Goblin Nuts, I guess. Port and Lecky. And of course, the Siege Gang, the mighty Siege Gang. This game I want to win with Tranquil Domain. Wasteland is nice draw. I wish one of these fanatics would be Siege Gang, would be Lecky to put in Siege Gang, but I still take it. Given that we have Siege Gangs in our deck, my feeling is 4 port, 2 Wasteland, just to smooth out our draws and have enough lands to cast all the big creatures. The Pile Driver is nice, so when my opponent doesn't explode on mana right now with Wild Growth or Sarah's Sanctum, I will slam the Siege Gang next. The Siege Gang. I wish. I slam the Pile Driver next turn, let him do his thing for a while, and then we have Wasteland and Port the turn after. if we draw a Naturalize or a Tranquil Domain, we have the green mana from the forest. Sanctum, certainly something I would like to wasteland. So the pile driver has to wait a turn, but at least we get to cast another Mock. Fanatic. Goblin King. So let's just wasteland this, because it brings him down to not so much mana. I hope he doesn't have another one. 2 turn, 2 power, 10 turn, clock. So next turn we can decide if we want to port. If he draws another Sanctum, or has another Sanctum, we probably want to port. If not, we probably get away with casting the pile driver. And then I want to keep the foothills as long as possible, because it might be that I draw a Naturalize. Oh, come on, dude. Not fair. Not fair. Karmic Justice. Okay. A bit too late. Is it? Oh, it's only destroy, so I can tap it as I want. So yeah, the port will now be limited to tapping the Sanctum every turn. And he has to have Sanctum number 3 to use all his enchantments. He probably doesn't have an instant speed enchantment. Hopefully, I don't know if the archetype that well. Just tapping the Serra Sanctum. He gets to take the best card out of the top 3. That's cool. And no other Serra Sanctum. That's cool as well. If he doesn't have any ramp, tapping down the Sanctum, attacking for 2 while adding to our board might get us there, because right now he has no way to draw extra cards and no way to ramp. Tranquil Domain will be painful. Wild Growth, okay, a little bit of ramp. Still no card that he can draw in addition. So I still need to tap the Serra Sanctum and just hope with the 3, maybe 4 mana, his turn won't be that great. At least next turn we get to cast a pile driver. Yeah, I need to think about the Tranquil Domain and Naturalize now. Oh, do we have something at instant speed? Please no. Maybe Swords to Plowshares? That would be sick. Instant speed Enchantress. Because if I Tranquil Domain, the Karmic Justice will destroy everything we have. Given that I have to destroy the growth first, I wish I don't draw Naturalize for the entire game. Tranquil Domain, it's already 4 of my permanents. As long as there's no Argothian or Enchantress presence, so any of the 2 Enchantresses, I feel fine. Does he have something at instant speed? Maybe a Swords to Plowshares? Doesn't feel so good, but I think he has to do it. So I will just sack one of the mocks if he swords it. Sterling Grove, okay. It's interesting that he does it after the Mirror's Guile, so the cards must have been really, really bad. And very likely he is finding Enchantress Presence, exactly. He puts it on the battlefield and passes. Would love to naturalize the presence if I draw it. I will thin. Next turn the pile driver is already quite some damage together with the mocks. Another pile driver. I will get the Greenland. play a pile driver, attack for 2, and see what he does. Thinking about it, maybe the red land would have been better because I can Goblin King and pile driver next turn. I was thinking about naturalize and Tranquil Domain. Maybe that's not the avenue to win. So my bad. But if I have the king, then the pile driver gets +6, +0, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's already lethal, so he needs to have swords anyways. And if he has a swords, he doesn't play enchantments. So let's see, there's City of Solitude. I would still like to draw. Naturalize. I will lose a permanent, but him not having Enchantress presence is important. He would probably destroy the port. So if I draw the Naturalize, I will, in his upkeep, port the Sanctum, naturalize the Enchantress presence, just to have another tap down of the Sanctum. Because right now I have 5, 6, 7 damage on attack. It's a 2-turn clock. I just need to survive 2 more turns. Sterling Grove. Okay, so now I will probably not destroy the presence. Tranquil Domain will be an insane draw. Like insane. Okay, maybe I'll just die to the 3rd Serra Sanctum. He's looking for probably Parallax Wave or City of Solitude. Elephant Grass, obviously, is good as well. Solitary Confinement. That was the card I was thinking about, not City of Solitude. Skip your draw step. You have Shroud, prevent all damage. So I wish to draw and naturalize right now, because he has Elephant Grass in hand and only 1 presence. He would lose probably the port. Oh yeah. So I think our players in his upkeep tap Serra Sanctum and also destroy Enchantress presence because he doesn't draw and he has to discard a card. Let's do it. I do it in his upkeep so I can port the Sanctum 1 more time. Oh, we can attack, right? Oh no, we can. Like, it doesn't matter. Yes, this the confinement. He has confinement. So let's put the triggers on the stack. Maybe I also wait for his draw. So maybe I also tap it now, let it resolve, him discarding, draw step, him not drawing, and then naturalizing the presence because he probably keeps the Elephant Grass in his hand. And I think then he is screwed because he only has the Elephant Grass and he has to play it. Okay, let's try it like this. Okay, I complained about Forest, I complained about Naturalize, but right now I think it's the way to win. I love Port. Maybe the deck just shouldn't play Wasteland at all. Let's lose our Richardon Port, most likely. He has Elephant Grass and Unknown. Unknown could be Swords. Because we naturalized the presence, he gets the Karmic Justice, the Port. It's Justice. If we draw a red mana source, we can play War Chief and Pile Driver. Maybe it's even lethal just with the War Chief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then +6. Oh, the War Chief is lethal. Okay, not anymore. Elephant Grass. But we can still set up with the Goblin King. Opponent has 1 card in hand. So let's just set up with War Chief and Pile Driver. Can't attack because of Elephant Grass, but he also has to pay for the grass in his upkeep. Having the Sanctum makes it better, so the port, losing it was miserable, but we also got to get rid of the presence, and he doesn't have a way to draw the cards, and next turn we can also pay for the grass. For example, when we attack with the 2 Pile Drivers, it's already 6 damage. Goblin King just costs 2, so if you play the Goblin King and activate, not just attacking with the Pile Drivers is more damage. Let's see what our opponent's doing. We still have the two Mock Fanatics. Probably I shouldn't yield. He pays for the grass. Do you find something good with Mary's Guile? 1 card in hand. Parallax Wave would be nice for him. Ring Leader. I think we want to have a 2-turn clock. I'll just attack with the 2 Pile Drivers. If he swords 1, then he's down to no cards in hand. If not, we have lethal next turn. Okay. Can you find something with Mary's Guile? Parallax Wave would be good. We are in round number 4 on the play. Let's go. Keep a 7 maybe. I think this is a keep. Is it the first 7 I get to keep in game number 9, round number 4? And it's not even that exciting. It just has some reasonable goblins and the Naturalize. Let's not complain. I just won a round. I hope is Dark Ritual legal in this format? It must be. Please don't do me. Don't do it. The Rag, cool. The Rag is funny. The Rag. I love Lucky, but I think I'll just get the Pile Driver out. Make it harder for him to advance his board while also discarding, so he has to get rid of our creatures and try to get us low on cards. He does play this 3 mana, deal 1 damage to everything on upkeep. That is of course miserable when you check my hand. At least the Pile Driver can survive. Ringleader is a cool draw. Obviously no land. So let's attack. Do I just put in the Lackey? If he has this 3 mana thing, I'm super screwed. Let's play Lackey and hope, because if he has the 3 mana thing, it's a 2/2 I think, then the Mock Fanatic can clean it up. If not, then the Lackey can put in the Ringleader on attack. Furnace. It's a cool card for sure. Yep. Oh yeah, we get to Lackey. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ringleader is also fantastic against the Reg. Oh no, don't do me. That Funeral Charm. Yeah. Yep, you got it. You got it. 1 damage. I will play the land, so I can cast the Ringleader next turn if I draw another land. Poor Lackey. Poor Lackey. Oops. So that's like wreck. Ravenous Rats. I will discard this Skirky. No response, Skirky. And the rec says X -3. I think I want to cycle the Gem Palm. To clear the way for the Mock. If he kills the Mock, I can still get rid of the red. Siege Gang, sure. We have 3 cards in hand, we have the port. I still think it's time to play. Let's get the forests to play the Ringleader. If we draw 4 here, I think the game is just over. Draw 4, draw 4, draw 4, draw 4. Yeah, 3. Let's go. Okay, I'm getting I'm getting good Goblin vibes after we somehow managed to beat Enchantress. So this feels much nicer than the first 2 rounds. So maybe even the first, I don't know, 6 games. So we have the lands. We got to ring lead. Next turn we get to ring lead again. We even have to naturalize. If he has the Plague Spitter, I think that is the name. 3-drop, 2/2 on upkeep, 1 damage to everything. Fantastic card. We do have the Mock Fanatic. Oh, he plays Pox. Each player loses 1/3 of their life, discards 1/3 of cards in their hand, and sacrifices 1/3 of creatures they control, rounded up each time. So with that on the stack, if I sacrifice the Mock, I don't have to sacrifice the Ringleader, otherwise I have to sacrifice the Mock. So let's shoot a damage. I will have to discard 2, probably lucky. Right, 5 divided, yeah. And I have to sacrifice lands, that hurts. 1.33. So discard Lecky. Having the king is actually not terrible, but I think I'm further away from the Siege Gang, especially when I have to sacrifice 1 land. Maybe the Lecky is cool. The Siege Gang I want to discard for sure. I like the Ringleader. Maybe it's the Goblin King. Let's discard the Goblin King. Any order, and then I have to choose 1. How sacrifices 1/3 of their creatures? How is 1/3 of 1 creature? How is 0.33 rounded up? Oh, it's okay. But then it also means I have to sacrifice 2 lands. Okay, I get Pox now. I should have kept the Mock Fanatic. That was my bad. It looks like rounded up, but it's 0.33. Like you round up on 0.5 and more. This wording is certainly not correct. We have to sacrifice 2 lands, so probably forest and port. Any order. Factory is nice. Makes the Lecky a bit worse. 1 card in hand though. We have Matron. I will play Lecky, and next turn he could activate Factory and block, but we also have to naturalize for the Factory. Is he using the Furnace? I'm still like rounded up 0.33. I don't like the wording. Curse Scroll is of course fantastic, but he cannot Curse Scroll and Lecky and activate the Factory to block the Lecky. We do have the naturalize though. If we attack, he will activate the factory. We get to put in Ringleader. But then we might die to the Cursed Scroll. If we don't attack, we can just naturalize the Cursed Scroll. Next turn, play one of the creatures. I like that more. We are on 12 life. He will get the Lackey. We will get the Naturalize. We also get to see what's in his hand because he has to reveal it. Probably a Swamp. Bottomless Pit is cool. That is the card that discards a card at random from hand in upkeep. Works fantastic together with the Wreck. Yeah. So he will discard one and then we will take one if he stakes the triggers right. So what do you discard? Land. So if you play land and Metron, we have a 1/1. Is there something good that we can make use of? Maybe the War Chief. Tinkerer is interesting. 50-50 chance to have it on the battlefield. Yeah, let's get the Tinker. Pass. It's a good hand of your opponent. Swamp is not that great. I hope we don't have to discard the Tinker. If we survive with it, we go down to 2. I think he has to attack us with the factory to increase the clock. Yep. Good play. 50-50 chance. Let's see. You can always draw a Naturalize, but I would rather have the Tinker. Okay, we lose. Yep, you got it. So close. So I do like more Naturalize. The Hydro, the Blast don't do anything. Anarchy, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, the rest doesn't do anything. We just have to get ahead on lands. Tinker is probably also for this matchup. The Sharpshooter doesn't feel super nice. The Siege Gang might be okay if we have a fast clock. I like the King. Wasteland is nice against the Mishra's Factory. Gem Palm might not be so good because it's expensive. Damn, we drew so many cards with the Ringleader, but our opponent got there somehow. Yeah, 50-50. If we got to play the Tinkerer, then next turn we can activate it on the Wreck, and then we can activate it on the Factory. And he needed to draw action. Otherwise, probably our top decks are a bit better than his. We have Lackey, we have Wasteland, Port, Naturalized. This looks like a keepable hand. Opponent has to respect the Lackey on turn 1. It's also a bit of a bummer that last game the Funeral Charm got the Lackey. I don't think the deck plays many answers. Cabal Therapy. It should name Siege Gang or Naturalize. Oh no, I don't want to concede. I doubt it will name the War Chief. Okay, Siege Gang. Fair name. I respect that. So we get to Port and we get to War Chief. It's not the best of lackeys, but it's still alright. As long as our opponent doesn't Dark Ritual, I feel fine. I believe it's legal in the format. Let's see. Swamp. Ringleader is fantastic. I love it. Hopefully we get to put it in with the Lecky. Doesn't look like it. Funeral Charm. Okay. We could prevent him from getting to mana 3, but I also just like casting Ringleader here. At least we get to draw 1 or put 1 into hand. So our clock is better, the Ringleader will make our mana better, we still have Naturalize. He cannot just tap out for Bottomless Pit. And we are also not doomed against the, what's it called? Plague Spitter. That's Smother. Skithering Scourge. Interesting. Sure. To use it for the therapy? I think you have to block with it. I think you have to block with it. So we can cast the Pyre for 1. And we can also... We could cast Mock, tap 1 of the lands. And just swing out. And he probably has to block the Pyre. Oh, I want to make red mana. Yeah, I think he should block the Pile Driver. Just go with all. And we still have to Naturalize for whatever he does. We will tap 1 of the lands. Yeah. In his upkeep and see. Yeah, I love the port. Port is fantastic. Wasteland in this mana-hungry deck feels terrible. I would maybe even cut all the Wastelands, play more Mountains, so we can actually get to cast the spells that you have. Skithering Scourge. No, might be good play. It's the only play, yes. So, not a big fan of attacking here with the War Chief, but we can always attack with the Ringleader, see if he wants to trade. I'd love to draw Metron or Ringleader or Siege Gang. Anything. Anything that is not a land. Again, we will tap in his upkeep. I will use the Mountain so we can still Wasteland if he has Mishra's Factory. And we still have the Naturalize up with the Karplusan Forest. I'll probably fetch in end step. So my chances of actually drawing more lands are reduced. I should definitely keep the lands in hand, that the red is not killing me. I will get another Mountain to be able to War Chief plus Siege Gang. Lecky is a card I will discard, most certainly. Let's attack with the War Chief. And port 1 of his lands. Tap Swamp. And this time I will not sacrifice my Mock if he casts Pox. I understood. So the magic number is 3. Because on 2 you have to sacrifice 1, on 3 you have to sacrifice 1, on 4 you have to sacrifice 2. So you have to try to get to 3 on everything, and then you just lose 1. So the perfect rounding down. While rounding up, 0.33. Still not happy with the math. Because 0.33 rounded up is 0.5. And then you want to round up again to 1.0. That this makes no sense. I don't know how to word it otherwise. They don't print cards like this anymore. Maybe you could say round up each time, or round up twice. I don't know. You have to say something that makes it more reasonable. He attacks for 1. Okay, no blockies. He does have the therapy, so he will get the therapy. Oh, I could... Wait. I will just kill it now, so he cannot therapy it. But maybe he's not scared of the Naturalize, because he could have therapied last turn. Innocent blood. Oh no, it was a trick. You bastard. Well played. You got me. Siege Gang. War Chief. I mean, it has haste. We can just tap the red, maybe. Innocent blood. No. Maybe I will also just play the lucky. Because if he taps out for something like Bottomless Pit, yes, I lose the natural... Oh, I don't even lose it because it's an upkeep. Let's just go for the maximum amount of damage and also not be weak to Innocent Blood again. That was good play by my opponent. I had to think about it more carefully, because he could have cast the therapy last turn if he was scared of Naturalize. He didn't. So very nice play. I also like that he has all frames on everything. Fantastic swamps. So his A game is fantastic. Let's see if the Goblins can still get there. No play. I don't know if there's any flash creatures. I think back in the days something like this was not existent. But of course they can be removal. He probably removes... Let's keep the card in hand. Maybe this will trigger him. Oh, I had lethal. Okay, I'm a dum-dum. I had lethal because when I play the king, they all get +1/+1, so it's exactly 7. But I'm quite certain he has a removal spell. Maybe he is scared of... Okay, he's scared of the War Chief, sure. So we get to put in the land king, or the Goblin King, for nothing. That's cool. Hold up. Naturalize, hold up Rushan Port and upkeep, and hold up Wasteland. Let's go. And we even don't care about Plague Spitter so much anymore, because we have 2/2s now. Pox. So I have to sacrifice 2 lands, 1 creature, and 1 card. Okay. I will keep the port for sure. I will sacrifice the lucky. I have to discard the Naturalize. Round up each time. Okay, round up each time. 0.33, 0.5, 1.0. Okay, I get... No, okay, now choose 1 permanent to sacrifice. It's the lucky. Okay, and now I have to sacrifice 2 lands. Opponent has to sacrifice 2 lands as well, and then we have the port. 2-turn clock. I want to keep the green and the red, so sacrifice those 2. And then we port in his upkeep and hope that the Goblin King will get us there. He discarded Bottomless Pit. Does it matter if he play the land? I don't think so. He probably knows that we have nothing when we just port. Let's port. Boop. And yield. Do we have another smother? He does not. 1/1. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, the sharpshooter is interesting. Maybe another gem palm is nice against the Skithering Scourge, or what's his name. The Sharpshooter might be nice against the red, but I'm not super excited about it. Maybe the Siege Gang is just too slow. Let's try this. Board out a Siege Gang, bring in a Gem Palm, because he does have some creatures. Oof. It feels super bad to mulligan against the wreck. But this is a mulligan. This better. We put the mock on the bottom. Oh, if he therapy is unlucky. Sheesh. If he therapy is unlucky, he has it. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You must name Lucky. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no, he named Ringleader. Sheesh. Cool. Let's go, Lucky. So he probably has the 1/1 blocker. He named the Ringleader. Hey, okay. Oh, maybe he has only Funeral Charm. So let's attack. Probably has to charm it. It's quite risky to put in the second Lucky if he really plays the Plague Splitter. That was a card that used to be played a lot. I will still do it. Let's go. He knows about it anyways. He didn't know about the Koplusen. If you draw a Ringleader or a Siege Gang. Would be so cool. Come on, deck. Metron would also be fantastic because we get to stack the triggers. Metron or Ringleader. Or Kaplusan Forest. We have a clock, 2 damage. Let's go. I'll put in the Wasteland now. He will kill one of them. Absolutely acceptable. We don't have anything to put in anyways. Sure. No. Let's play the Wasteland, pass the turn. 6 cards in hand is a lot. Would like to draw Ringleader, would like to draw Metron, would like to draw Siege Gang. Anything that produces creatures or value. We can also just draw a mountain. I think I don't want to play more. Maybe 1 more land is fine, but the problem is that Pox will let me sacrifice too many. Maybe playing 1 more land and I only have to discard 1 is alright. So let's play 1 land. Because if we draw the Siege Gang and he removes the Lecky, we can just put the Siege Gang on the table. Hopefully he just discards it now. He doesn't. He plays the 3/2 probably. The 1/1. Okay. We will discard Mountain. Yeah, I don't like going so low, and I also don't like discarding the next card to the Naturalize. The Rishadan Port is alright. He does have Red's blockade or Red's sacrifice for the flashback to get the Naturalize he knows about, if it's ever important. So I feel this hand doesn't do very much anymore. We really need to draw one of the payoffs. Maybe it was clever of my opponent to discard Ringleader. Another red. If I discard the Forest, he can use the Therapy to discard the Naturalize. If I discard the Naturalize, I just get to play the Forest. I still like to make him use the Therapy if he wants to do so. Ringleader. Gem Palm is cool. Let's Gem Palm. Okay, cycling. Gem Palm into Gem Palm. I take that. Gem Palm into Gem Palm. Gem Palm into Lucky. Let's attack. He will block. And then we can think about if we want to put in the next Lucky. Probably yes. Maybe he doesn't block. Ah, opponent, you're too good. Stop playing so well. That's very strong. Very strong. I don't want to play the lucky. I will tap the swamp. Oh no, 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 no. Too fast. I want to tap a swamp, not a mountain. Let's go. Yield. Damn, what a strong play. It's like big balls. Balls of steel. How can you not block the lucky? Opponent, you're good. Little chalupa. He's still not scared about naturalize. It's a bit scary. Maybe he doesn't have the third land. Okay, now he's scared of naturalize, I think. 16 life is a lot, and my mana advantage will go away quickly once he casts Pox. So if he casts Pox now, I will lose the 2 creatures and 2 of my 5 lands. I wish I can draw a Ringleader next turn. Innocent Blood, sure. Maybe discard this one as well. Yeah, a Ringleader. Or Siege Gang. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Give me something cool. Lucky. Okay. Or a mountain. I will keep it in hand because of the wreck, and maybe he thinks it's something good like a naturalize. Probably he won't. He's only playing good moves. And we don't really need more than 5 lands anyways. Yeah, I was scared about therapy on Lucky, but therapy on Ringleader might win the game. Come on, Ringleader. Oh. I will play it. Pox will destroy me, but right now he cannot cast the Pox. And it also means that he discards a lot of his cards in his hand. So let's tap target forest. Swamp. Swamp. Because we need to get the clock going, we need to attack. Okay, it's just the easiest Pox of his life probably. Because I lose 4 cards and he only loses 2 lands. I do get to keep port, probably forest and mountain, which is nice. So his mana is bad, but it's still super easy Pox. Yeah, I will shoot a damage to you. Then I have to discard the land. Maybe I need to play the land, thinking about it. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's miserable, but it doesn't matter. Smother. Interesting. Discard this. And Wasteland Mountain. Okay. 2 cards in hand. Ringleader would be a sad draw here. I don't think he can Pox again, but he can wreck, so I will wait with the land. It's only important when we play the Ringleader anyways. And for that we need to draw it first. Cool games for sure. 2 mana. Nothing. Goblin War Chief. If he Poxes, then I want no cards in my hand. So let's attack. Probably has another Smother if he discards 2 of them. He doesn't. Interesting. Maybe just plays 3 Wrecks now. Or more lands. Innocent Blood, sure. 1 card in hand. Ringleader, it's ring time. Come on, Ring. The 1 Ringleader. Actually, I have 3 more. Miserable. I will keep the land. Pox hurts, but the wreck hurts as well. The port doesn't do so much anymore. He's on 4 lands. Not certain why he tapped more lands. Okay. Pile Driver. Yeah, I guess. Let's go. I'll play the land again because of Pox. I have to discard it anyways. Yield. I could get the forest. Engineered Plague. It's a pain. It's a pain. Mishra's Factory. Port. Let's play port. Should have fetched. But at least we get to port the factory. So I will wait for his turn. And then just port something. Tap target land. Tap target land. And now I will also fetch. I will get the forest now. That the naturalize won't cost so much. Ringleader would be an excellent draw. Naturalize also. But it's about the ring leading. Even the War Chief is nice. Because it's still 3 damage that we can do. Bottomless Pit is cool. Sure. At least he doesn't have ways to... Yeah, I'll just tap the factory now. Use my non-existent hand. Metron. Metron finds Ringleader, but then I have to discard the Ringleader. Metron also finds one of the 2 mana lords. Also finds another pile driver. If we get the Goblin King, Goblin War Chief, the Ringleader I just have to discard. Or the Goblin King already died. Or did I board it out? Or am I blind? War Chief, War Chief, War Chief. War Chief or pile drive. Ah, here's the Goblin King. Let's get the Goblin King. I totally see that that's wrong, but having the +1/+1 is really nice against the Engineered Plague. So anything we draw now we can play and it will be on the battlefield. I hope he is just activating factory and attack for 2. Yep, good play. We have the port. Cannot block anyways. Yeah, yield. Do we have a removal spell? Oh no, the Scourge. It's good. It's good, good, good. Pile driver is strong as well. Let's go. Let's go. Pile driver is strong as well. Is it? Oh no, it doesn't have haste. Shit. Shit. Okay. Your turn. Flying is very strong for sure. No, we don't have to do anything right now. Hope he doesn't draw the wreck. If we got the War Chief 1, yeah, +4/+0. The War Chief might have been better. But if it doesn't have the wreck now, it could still be okay. We can draw Gem Palm. Oh, do you have another one? Oh, how dare you. At least we get to tap some lands now. Cool game for sure. The pile drivers will get +4/+0 when they attack. He has to block them to not die. 5 minutes. I have to speed up a little bit. So he blocks a pile driver, then he takes 6. And we have 2 lethal threats. I will play the mountain because of Pox. We still have to... Ooh, this is close. This is close. Cool games, cool games. I'm lucky that our opponent had so many lands. Like if he found a few spells in between. Such as Pox. 3 mana. Plague Spitter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, but he will die to his own thing, right? To each player, each creature. Okay. Damn, that's fantastic. He will die to his own creature. Because the Plague Spitter will shoot, then the Goblin King dies, then the... Yeah, you have to do it, but then you die right away. Oh, yeah, okay, you do it. I respect that. He will get a GG. He played super well. Probably quite lucky to get it. G yield. So, the summary. It started terrible and it got better and better. I still feel the land situation is miserable. There were so many mulligans. Wasteland is not acceptable in this deck. The port is fantastic because you can advance your mana while tapping down your opponents. The Wasteland felt shit the entire time. Yes, Sarah's Sanctum. Yes, Gaia's Cradle. There are some... I don't even know if Cradle is banned or not. Oh, of course, Elves. There are some lands that you really want to tap or to get rid of with Wasteland, but I think playing 4 port is the maximum number you should play. That's my opinion. There were some keepable hands, but I think on average I mulliganed like 2 out of 3 hands, and it's just miserable. Yes, the deck can win on a mulligan to 4, to 5, to 6. Lecky plus putting in Ringleader, Siege Gang is fantastic. Naturalize is fantastic. Can even think of playing more Naturalizes in the main deck. I always wanted the card in every matchup. Terrageddon, it was fantastic. Stiflenought was fantastic. Enchantress was fantastic. Decklist was fantastic. The Knot we played twice, which of course is the card, the deck where we need to naturalize the most. It is a bit of a bummer when we play against other creature decks, but even the creature decks like Elves play, what's it called? Survival of the Fittest. So my humble opinion, as a one-time Goblin player in my entire life, at least in the format Premodern, 4 naturalized main deck, 0 Wasteland, 4 Rishadan port. The numbers with the other cards, Lecky, Fanatic, Piledriver, Matron, Ringleader, War Chief, Siege Gang, probably okay, Gem Palm, probably okay. I like to have the Skirk, the Tinkerer, the Sharpshooter, and the King. The Tinkerer is another out for the Dreadnought because the matchup seems miserable. Like, you play a bunch of 1/1s and 1/2s and hope that you just get to attack 10 times. But the moment your opponent plays a Dreadnought, you are screwed. So I would like the Naturalizers in the main deck, all of them, because they were fantastic. I don't know if there's a better sideboard hate than Tomod Script. I didn't really like it against the Terrageddon deck to shrink down Nimble Mongoose and the Terra War. Tranquil Domain is cool, Pyrokinesis is cool, Anarchy is cool. And the 4 Hydroblasts are 4 Pyroblasts, so Red Elemental Blasts against blue are obviously needed. Maybe you can even think about playing more of them because the Stiflenought is quite a close matchup. It will be better when you play 4 naturalized main deck. Maybe you need to play 6. So some Red Blasts and some Pyroblasts in the sideboard. In total, it was a 3-2. I think we lost most games due to our land situation. We didn't really get to play Magic. When we got to play Magic and put in creatures with Lucky, had Ringleader, had Metro, and had Siege Gang, the games felt fantastic. Again, the mana is miserable. Like, miserable. If you play 4 port, 2 Wasteland, it's probably okay, but when you play 4 Wasteland, 2 port, you're doing something wrong. And I believe playing Wasteland at all is a mistake. But that's my opinion. Tell me what you feel about the deck. Tell me if my mulligans and if my hands were just bad luck. But I think it was just too often, right? And sometimes we didn't have red, sometimes we didn't have any color, sometimes we had naturalized without the green, so the mana just feels awful. There are only 9 green sources, and you just have to hope because there's no way to get the green out of your deck. You just have to hope to get there with the naturalize. So maybe adding another green source could be cool. Maybe adding another port could be cool. Removing all the wastelands could be cool. 24, in my opinion, is not enough. I would like 25, 26 lands. But then again, what do you do with all the mana? You have Siege Gang. If you don't have Siege Gang, it's a bit harder. So yeah, those are my opinions. 3-2 in total. I'm happy that I got to turn around after starting miserable against Terrageddon and Stiflenought. We somehow won against Enchantress, somehow won against Drek, and somehow won against Stiflenought. So that's it for today. Cheers.